Iran facing continuous aerial bombardment, Israel and the US jets are carrying out relentless attacks across the country, with Tehran being bombed at regular intervals. Destroyed buildings and rubble on the streets. That's a sample of the damage caused by the latest barrage of strikes in Tehran. Several explosions took place in the western part of the Iranian capital. The US Central Command has released video of the fresh strikes targeting Iran's missile launchers. In a message attached with the video, the US forces said they are carrying out precision strikes on Iran's military infrastructure. But on the contrary, Iran claims that the US and Israel are carrying out attacks on civilian infrastructure. A video footage circulating on social media claims to show damage to a sports complex in Iran's capital city. The destruction is reportedly caused by Israeli-US strike. Israel's military has released a video showing a fighter jet shooting down Iran's fighter jet during a dogfight over the skies of Tehran. And according to Red Crescent, Israel and the US have so far targeted 174 cities across Iran. Iran state media has confirmed the death of 1,230 people during the first 5 days of the conflict. Iran has also launched retaliatory attacks targeting US military assets in West Asia, as well as missiles and drones targeting various parts of Israel. And with us on the broadcast this minute is Youssef Jalali, senior journalist with us from Tehran. Thanks very much for being here. I have to first ask you to tell us more about the situation on the ground right now, given what you've witnessed over the last few hours.
Well, of course, Iran continues to absorb strikes and is in different parts of the capital, Tehran. We witnessed explosions taking place in very quick succession, targeting Iran's western areas and, of course, eastern and northeastern areas. We heard similar explosions taking place across the country. And it seems that based on reports, eyewitness reports, it seems that today the Israeli and the American strikes targeted Basij bases and police stations across the country. We could see from footages circulating on social media, thick plumes of smoke rising from the city centers and, of course, urban areas across the capital and other major cities across the country. So they seem to have been focusing on Iran's police and, of course, Basij forces, because they believe that Basij has been involved in suppressing and quelling the protests that erupted in December last year and continued until January this year. So Iran has also been retaliating. Iran has been launching retaliatory strikes, firing missiles, ballistic missiles towards Israeli territories and, of course, regional countries. We also heard from an Iranian source that Al Udeid air base in Qatar has been targeted by an Iranian missile. And, of course, the country continues to disrupt the flow of oil shipment through the Strait of Hormuz. And it has warned that any ship that passes through this strait, whether or not it is escorted by American ships or warships, they will be targeted by Iranian missiles or even drones. So the country seems to be trying to spread the conflict to other parts of the Middle East and also to its northwestern neighbors. We just heard a couple of hours ago, actually, a drone strike targeted an airport in Azerbaijan, in Nakhchivan. Iran has time and again expressed its concerns over Azerbaijan's close ties with Israel. And now a Shahid or Arash type drone from Iran was launched towards that airport inside Nakhchivan, and it has been able to injure and wound 2 people there.
Right. Let's also talk about the strategy from here onwards and what happens really, because both sides refusing to back down clearly. In fact, what we are seeing is a rather escalatory tangent that this conflict is taking as of now.
Well, of course, Iran has said that it has been preparing itself for a war of attrition, a long war with the United States and even with Israel. It has been preparing itself to do so. It has been very much thrifty in using its own missile arsenal. We can see like missiles being launched towards Israel. Very few missiles in each wave are being launched towards those territories. So the country has been readying itself for a scenario when the war takes a long time, maybe weeks or even months, as being heard, as we've heard from different Iranian officials. But of course, Iran seems to be betting on such a conflict while its air defenses are being targeted successively and repeatedly by the Israelis and the Americans. So Iran is very good at throwing the punches, so to speak, but it continues to receive hits, very hard hits, because of its vulnerability in its air defense systems. It does not possess capable air defenses. It relies on old and obsolete copies of Russian air defenses like S-300 and its domestically built version of S-300, which is Bavar 373, and other like Khordad air defense system. And these are very much obsolete and cannot really do anything or save the country from the incoming attacks by the United States. And we heard it from the U.S. War Secretary Pete Hegseth, who said that we have uncontested control over the Iranian skies. So in the long run, Iran seems to be preparing itself for launching missiles towards the regional countries, towards the Israeli territories. But if it continues to receive hard hits by those countries, then we're expecting it to be knocked down at a very certain moment. We're not sure when this moment would arrive, but of course, it continues for now, it continues to withstand. And it also has been betting on taking the conflict to other parts of the region. Iran seems to be trying to affect or impact other parts of the region, blowing or launching some missiles and drones towards even its neighboring countries like Qatar and even its friendly countries like Qatar and even Oman, disrupting the trade and the energy infrastructure there. And it seems that it has pinned hope that if it continues to target those countries, those nations would finally urge the United States to halt its sanctions against Iran. So this is a strategy, if we can call it a strategy in the military sphere. This is a strategy that Iran has been pinning hope on.
All right, we're leaving it there for the moment. Thanks very much for joining us with those inputs and perspectives. We're leaving it there. On to some breaking news coming in right now. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.